All right, Limberlost is backstage. Let's get them in here and let's talk to them about all things Limberlost.
Warning, the screen's about to get very busy.
It is about to get very busy. I think we got everybody right now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Buddy. Steve's got a guest.
What's that?
Steve's got a guest.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh, look how big she is. No way. Oh my gosh. She's a proper little dog. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's it. We're just interviewing the dog now.
Yeah.
Let me get some music going back behind this for this interview. No, good. So fill us in on Limberlost. Let's start from the beginning and take us to where we're at now, and then we'll move on to what we got coming up. So who would like to give the origins of Limberlost?
I guess that would be me.
Go for it.
Well, I had an idea to start a band back in late 2010, and here we are. So
Very short road.
It's that simple.
Yeah. So no, I started with an idea, got a few people together. We started writing songs. It took a little while to develop, but in 2016, I had a band together, and we had a couple songs we could go in and record, and it got received really well. And we continued on that path, and it just grew and grew and grew. And we've had a few members come and go, and this particular version of the band, I think, is the best one. I think. We all get along really well, and we all have a good time, and are on the and you know it's tough with bands because you put a bunch of people together, it's a family, but usually like most families there's a dysfunction to it, and getting everybody kind of yoked evenly and getting everybody kind of pointed in the same direction and wanting the same things with the same intensity is really rare, so it took us a while to get there, but that's where we're at now with this new version and the new album and all the new music that we're creating. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting to see where we've been and now where we are. And
you guys, if I remember right, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong because I usually am, but you guys are with Paul Crosby Management, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been with Paul since 2018. I think, I had one of those rock star movie moments, which was pretty funny because 2018, I get this phone call, and this guy is like, "Hey, this is Paul Crosby, the drummer from Saliva." And I was like, "Yeah, sure it is." Click. We pretty much hung up on him, and he called me back, and he's like, "No, seriously, don't hang up. I'm putting a management team together, and I'm looking for some bands." And I think we were doing really big things on Reverb Nation back then, and as if that, I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, but yeah, we were getting some pretty good numbers on there, and I think that's how he located us. But and I think there was maybe a small connection to CJ from Drowning Pool because we'd opened for them. So we were one of the first ones, I think. It was us, Silent Theory, and a band I don't think is around anymore called Solidify. I think we were his first three bands back in. So been with him ever since. Paul and I personally have gotten to become really, really close friends. And we do a lot of behind the scenes work together with other bands and stuff. So Wake Up Music, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Next.
I'm very curious. I was listening to your brand new album, and I'm curious though about the origins of the band. Has it always been female fronted?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it was. We've gone through. There have been several actually singers that have come through. Brittany and I actually came in about the same time. Kind of going back before that, though, I was leading a band, and I actually hired Limberlost for their first show, not realizing it was their first show, and I played keyboards on them for them. And then they kind of never called back and hired every other keyboard player in the whole Seattle area.
That's a really interesting version of that story.
Yeah. It's the honest version of that story.
Yeah, Jody's version.
I wasn't there, so I don't even get to have a version, but there you go.
Yeah, after they kind of run out of keyboard players, they called me back up and said, "Oh yeah, are you still available?"
So why female fronted? Was that always the intention?
It was just kind of the way. It's a great question. I think it just kind of started that way. The first people, when I was actually working with some people down in Southern California when I was living down there, and when I got transferred back up to my job, I was kind of looking around for people, and I did the Craigslist thing and all that, and this couple approached me, and they were looking for a drummer and stuff, and they had original material. So there was a female singer, and I think that what ended up happening, we ended up not doing much of anything, but that's when we ended up finding our guitar player at that time, and then him and I moved forward, and it was just kind of became a thing where we wrote music that pretty much fit, a female voice. There wasn't a lot of female fronted bands back in 2011, 2012, so it wasn't, especially in the rock world, there was a few, but there wasn't a lot of them running around there. I mean, there's way more. I mean, women are making the move in the last 5-6 years. I mean, there's a ton of female fronted bands out there now, but it wasn't so much back then. So I don't know, maybe it's because it was kind of unique too, because there just wasn't a lot, especially up where we were in the Seattle area. There just wasn't a lot of, everybody up there is trying to relive the grunge glory years, so it's all guys, got their, in their flannel doing their thing, so we were kind of a little unique in that regard. And then the background singer thing kind of happened serendipitously. And so we ended up with 2 females, and eventually it just became more of a 2 female lead kind of deal, because we ended up with some really talented singers that can make, it wasn't like there was a subservient role anymore. Because we had this 2-punch power punch thing we could do. So I don't know if that ends.
How are those roles divided?
It's sort of like I would call myself like section leader. Do you know what I mean? And then it's whatever suits the song. So it's really exciting between Sammy and I, because we look at the song and we're like, oh, this is really good for my range. And oh yeah, that belt sounds really good for you. And oh, well, I love this one because I have all these harmonies. So I want to do harmonies on this one. And oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like the way that we approach it, it comes down to like how the song is. It serves the song. So what's actually funny is like some of the recording, like I think for instance in Buried, Sammy is on harmonies in the recording, but live we actually switch that. So she's singing the lead live and I sing the harmonies, because we decided that, it actually sounds really good in your voice, and let's do it like that. Let's do it. So it's whatever suits the song, and it's what suits the show, and it's a really cool and exciting experience. And to that end, it still remains the unique thing that you will find in Limberlost that nobody else really is bringing out there, is that dual lead thing.
So
Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, so with having the dual voices there, does that give you more scope to write a more wider range of music with the range that you both have, so that you can take different roles? So you're not, because some vocalists, they're limited to what they can hit, and you've got to write for their voice. Whereas, so you've got to, does that expand your horizons on styles as well and stuff like that?
Absolutely. And yeah, it's a really cool thing too, because we get to show off those certain parts of our voice too. Like I can write songs that go low and out of my range because Sammy can take them, and I can write songs that go really high into this belting thing because we both can take that, you know what I mean? But there you go, Well,
there's some history with these two too, because they go way back in their music career. Sammy.
Yeah, it's funny. That was why I called her initially, was that we know each other because we got our degrees together in opera. So we go back on stage doing operas together.
Oh man, I love that. Well, your latest album is called Beautiful Scars, right? It dropped this past June, and I think Kevin, I believe we have a video, right, for the single Alien.
We do. And I was going to bring it up that it's actually sitting at number 19 on the SMR chart right now.
Oh, thank you.
And
Very excited about that.
YouTube video itself has 1.1 million views.
Holy shit.
So,
No way.
in 2 months.
That's fantastic.
In 2 months.
Yep.
So
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get into your songwriting. I want to get into your history. You guys have had a very storied history with a lot of really cool experiences. I'd like to get into that. But Jared?
Yeah, this is the part where we ask, tell us everything or tell us nothing. about the song and the video?
Tell us anything or tell us
Everything or nothing.
Excuse me. Tell us everything or tell us nothing. So some artists like to give like the down and dirty everything about what the song means, and some people just like to leave it open to some interpretation, and then we have people in the middle. So how do you want to roll it?
I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah. You need to go full tinfoil helmet.
Because there's some tinfoil hat stuff going on with this video, and this.
All right, well, like lob it up for us before we play the video. Tell us what we need to know.
Okay. No, we just walked down that path. You know, thank you everybody. We walked down that path. I very, very much walked down that alien path of like looking it up and watching the shows and reading the books and like, well, and then like friending the people on Facebook and then like joining MUFON and you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so I got real down that path, and I ended on a book called Alien Interview. And yeah, so the song started that way, but as songs go, they sort of write themselves. So the initial part of the songwriting was that, but then it started to, as I was looking at what I was writing, it kind of reminded me of the feeling of dysphoria, you know, or like imposter syndrome that a lot of artists will have. So it sort of has a little bit of that ringing in it too, but it's definitely a song about aliens.
So.
Aliens. And
Beautiful.
Brittany, if you're
I'm a
into your
fan
alien
myself.
shit, we need
Yeah.
to talk, girl.
Yeah.
We need to talk.
The amount of documentaries that we watch on aliens it's
Yeah.
concerning.
I literally spend most of my day while I'm on social media browsing conspiracy theories about aliens
Beautiful.
and the moon.
Nice.
And
We're kin.
Hey, Matt, you know what we spent? You know what we did yesterday afternoon? We're in Flagstaff right now, heading towards Houston. And we went down to Phoenix and spent our afternoon in where did we
Well,
spend?
we had to go to the UFO experience, which is the only alien-themed experience in the nation, which was pretty fun, which was
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah, so we were sitting there
They said that.
reading all the
We're also
Roswell
going
stuff.
to Roswell.
We're heading
in
to
a couple
Roswell next.
this weekend. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, let's jam the video, then we'll come back and talk about aliens after the song.
All right, here it is. It's Limberlost. It's Alien. Hey, share it out. If you shared out the video, put your name share it in the comments so we can get you added to the list. And here is Alien right now on the Sound 228. All right, there you have it. That is Limberlost and Alien. I like it.
love it.
Yeah, I do love it. I have to tell you, like I was listening to your entire album when I was prepping for my show. I listened the whole way through. And the one song that actually I loved even more than this one was Man on the Run.
It's his favorite too.
I loved that song. I absolutely loved it. But I know we have to get back to Alien. We have to talk about the video, but I just wanted to at least throw it in there.
Well, I got to bring something up for your listeners here because I want to see if anybody actually found the Easter egg in Alien.
Oh no.
Because we have this thing that's kind of happening there. It was just
We have a nickname for Steve now.
yeah, because every time you saw a boob, the next clip was Steve. I don't know if y'all caught that, but we got Stevage.
Anytime there's cleavage, there's Stevage.
Nice.
Like the very next
Nice.
scene, every time.
Very well done.
I mean, Steve, do you care to comment on this or?
Yeah.
I think it's a well-based video. It's
Oh, crazy.
I love that. Well, what about your album? Let's talk about the album. What was your inspiration? What was the goal in putting out the album Beautiful Scars?
Well, we started with the idea that we wanted to produce a concept album, and this went back a few years. And it just was really hard to get off the ground with previous membership because there was different creative motives, I guess, back then. And then something just kind of happened. We wrote like Man on the Run, that's a true story. That actually happened to us. It was at the end of the Yngwie Malmsteen tour, or at the beginning of the Yngwie Malmsteen tour. And we met this gentleman in a hotel. We were at a executive lounge having some drinks.
I'm assuming his name is Duncan.
Yes.
that's why it's
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Turns out he was the whistleblower for the Ruja Ignatova case.
the OneCoin scandal,
The
big
OneCoin
$6.5 billion.
scandal. Yeah, she's like the number 4 most wanted, and he was hiding on the run in that hotel and had been hiding for however many months. And so, I think Duncan is his real name.
It might be. I don't know. But
I don't
all I
know.
know is Tony
I doubt it.
back room going.
Yeah, the second he starts saying this, Tony's in the back with his phone like.
And then he's like,
I'm still, yeah.
This is him. He's
It's a very interesting story with holes in it, but yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, I don't know that that's his real name. I don't know if he was like how he was staying and paying for that hotel, because his story changed. And we started out saying he was hiding from his wife as part of a divorce, and then it slowly, after he pounded down about 8 Coors Lights or whatever the hell he was drinking, the story changed to this Ignatova thing. Like, whoa, shit, I got to look that up.
it was pretty crazy. So
Very
there was
007.
By the way, that was our first night on the Yngwie tour. That was our very first night on the Yngwie tour.
We
Yeah.
met a
Wait,
man
so
on
what
the
city were you in?
London. That's as far as I can go with that.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt he's even in that same spot anymore. But that was what that song was written for. It was written for him, and it was just as he unloaded what his life was like. He was the person who was the whistleblower, so he's the reason that he did the right thing, but it cost him everything.
Yeah. So
Cost him everything. So
then he challenged us to write a song about it.
He challenged us.
So we did, and then but then everything started coming together, and we fell on the Beautiful Scars project idea, and we wrote that song. I think while
we actually wrote "Man on the Run" first, before the concept album.
But and then we were talking, Brittany and I were talking, and we started, and she brought up the Kintsugi concept, and we kind of just built on that. And then the interesting part is that we ended up living that as a band, and but yeah, this last year was just, it was big changes for us, and also a lot of change in our sound.
You got to explain what Kintsugi means.
What's that?
You got to explain what it means. Kintsugi?
Well, it means that I hate keyboard players.
So the album is all about me. See,
it's all about me. No,
actually, you know what, Tony? We've been doing a lot of talking. Will you tell everybody what that means and kind of what?
Sure.
Yeah.
So basically, I've never actually told this story before, but it actually the idea is that it's a form of it's an artwork, a kind of pottery artwork, Japanese artwork, where they break the pot and then glue it back together with gold. And the idea is that something that's broken can become more beautiful by being put back together. And when Mike says that we kind of lived that, at the time when they were writing this, we weren't even sure if the band was still together. We'd been around a long time, but hadn't even seen each other in months. And there was a lot of just back and forth personality issues and so forth. And it wound up coming together around all the music for this new album in the same way that the concept is. We were kind of broken and then put back together, and we became something that was greater than we had been before. So that's kind of the whole concept there, and that's what the cover of the CD shows. That that's the concept.
Yeah, it says it looks like someone who's shattered. And I was gonna ask you, I was wondering when I was looking at it, I was like, what is this patchwork person? What about your tour? You guys were playing as main support for Yngwie Malmsteen in the UK and Italy. I mean, Steve, do you have any stories that you'd like to share, experiences that you've had that just can't shake your nightmares?
He actually probably has.
I have stories to share.
See, he can't tell. He can't talk about it.
I can't hear you.
You're breaking up, Steve.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, same here.
Oh,
I hear you.
Hear me now?
We heard you earlier. There you go.
Yeah, a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
I said I have plenty of stories to tell, but none of them are about the European Limberlost. I wasn't. Well, one of them.
So yeah,
Damn.
it's breaking up again. So Steve
Oh,
Steve
no.
wasn't actually in the band at the time. He joined later. But
He
yeah,
joined for this new project.
So for the story, I mean, we've got stories. There was the first night we talked about I'm tasked with writing a song about the second night, which we can't talk about. But it involves
the dinger.
parts of the anatomy and sound effects and serial killers.
We
Now
absolutely
I definitely want to hear it.
No, the Welsh are amazing. That's the
Oh, the
moral.
Welsh,
of that
yeah,
story.
Were you in Cardiff?
Where
Where
were
were we? Where were right?
Yeah,
No,
what
no,
did
no,
you
no,
say?
remember, I had the lady say the name, and she said it, and I had to, it was like, shit. It was like Luxembourg or something. Do you remember? It was like a thing. It was like
It's Wales, so the names are all.
All I can remember is that
Yeah.
French town, Bourg-en-Bresse. I can remember the French town. I can't remember that one.
God,
So we basically we wound up spending a couple nights in the UK. Went over to Dublin and then up to Belfast, and we played up in Belfast for the first show. Came back to the UK for Wolverhampton and London, and then we actually drove to Rome, which the Yngwie Malmsteen's band thought we were freaking nuts because they were flying. They was like, "You're not driving that, really?" It's like, "Oh yeah, we'll see in a few days." So we drove from London down to Rome and played there. We played Milan. We played Venice, not Venice. It was Padua, and then Florence. So yeah.
Damn, what a run.
Right.
Yeah, they were all, I mean, all but Belfast was sold out. Every venue was sold out. So
We've got, yeah, it's incredible. It was great.
yeah, he drew a great crowd, and we were very privileged and to be able to go on that run.
Yeah.
It was, as our first show, as our Limberlost's first run into Europe. That going in on the back of a Titan like that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, when you come back over here, hit me up and we'll party.
Let's do it.
We'll talk about
With the
it
aliens.
all night, bro.
I want to go to the forest. What was that?
Remblesham.
You got to take us to that forest where they saw
Rembleshaw.
the UFO and
Dang
the
it,
army
I don't know.
guys.
I'm so bad with that.
Yeah, we got to go there. I want to go to
So
Stonehenge.
I gotta ask, are y'all do y'all follow or watch the American Alchemy channel on YouTube?
Oh,
Jesse
I feel like I
Michaels?
Mm-mm.
I feel like I know this.
Oh, what? He's like at the forefront of like all the disclosure stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I was
gotta
gonna
look
say,
him
I
up.
feel like I know this guy because I think, hang on, I would have to go on my Facebook and I'd have to close off this app. But I think I have watched some of those videos. I couldn't name them by name because I've watched so many, and then it'll go to the next one, and you know what I mean. And I'll watch them in like a
Yeah.
big order, stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that I've heard of that one. Sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah, his channel is legit.
Oh, cool.
American Alchemy, eh?
Yeah, look it up. American
Heard of
Alchemy. He had David Grush. You know who David Grush is?
No.
Oh
No,
no,
we're
the,
amateurs.
the guy
We're
who testified in front of Congress and he
Oh,
had the-
Oh, that
okay.
guy.
Oh, see, I'm so bad with names. You'd have to
yeah.
tell me about what.
He had David Grush on, I think, first. So like he kind of
Wow.
broke that story. Anyway, you should look his channel up. It's really good.
All right. So on that note, let's talk
Go
about
back to the music. Yeah.
this. So coming up August 22nd at the Sanctuary in Biloxi, Limberlost will be joined by Silverdose live. So have you guys? I want to say you have. I want to say that you guys have played down here before. Probably no.
Closest we've got to you guys is Houston.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah,
not
we
close.
played.
No.
Yeah, we played Houston twice. One time we opened for Saliva down there at Wildcatters, and then the other time we got blown off the stage by a tornado and never played.
We were the
headliner
we
for
played.
we were the headliner at the Crater Rally, biker rally down there, and
Y'all
we
are
basically
on
got our
this
sound
tour.
checked.
Y'all are also playing the Wildcatter, correct?
Yeah, we're
I think-
actually
Doesn't
so-
isn't Awaken the Giant playing that show with you guys?
Waken the Giant, Lucid Illusions, and then Gunshine is headlining that. They're going to be
That's
down
right.
there the night after, or is it the night after or before us?
I can't remember. I think it was before.
Yeah, they're before us. Yeah, they're playing the Sanctuary. I think the Sunday before
Yes.
us. Yeah,
Mhm.
and stuff. Great band out of LA. Those guys wail. Yeah, so this run, we kind of are going into Houston because we're recording the studio that we used, Magic Studios down there in Houston, which I highly recommend. Did the Alien video. We are actually, the whole band's going in, and we are actually filming our next video while we go in. So it was kind of a pickup gig, I would say, a little bit, to get on the Wildcatter. We played there twice. Paul made a phone call and they said, yeah, we got a spot. You got to be the first band up. And we're like, cool. It's a nice warm up. So, so we're playing out there for the opening set. And then we've got 2 days of filming, and then we're heading your guys' direction.
Awesome. So
they've got a lot of shows. They've got Houston, Texas, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Biloxi, Atlanta, Georgia, Lafayette, Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana, and then in September, Tacoma, Washington. Is that a hometown show for you all?
Yeah, that's kind of a homecoming deal. And then
brand new club.
And then we do the festival out there in Umatilla, Oregon, and the night we're playing was Dorothy at Third Eye Blind.
Oh, Rock the Locks. Okay.
Yeah, we're excited. Right. We played with Dorothy once before, so that's kind of cool. You know, we get to see her again.
Are those all your dates for this year, or will you have anything forthcoming for further this year?
There's other stuff in the works. You know, Steve and I are working our tails off, and with Paul, and we're just trying to make a few things come together. And if it all comes together, we possibly will be doing another run down in your area, mostly in Florida, though. So
I'm in Virginia.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And based on the way our CD pre-sales went, we definitely know we need to get up into the Northeast, because a lot of CDs went to the Northeast up there. So, you know,
Pennsylvania, you want to go to Harrisburg or Mechanicsburg?
Yeah. There was some quite a few of our little discs went that direction. So we figured we better get up there and support that. But you know, so there's dates that we can't really talk about yet, because there's a couple other key moving parts in there that haven't come together yet. So, but yes, what you see is what's going for sure happening.
all right. And you guys have been really nice to us. We've got tickets to give away. So over the next couple weeks, we're going to be giving away tickets to the show at the Sanctuary. So thank you very much for that. We've got like 20 something shares on this episode. So we'll go through the list and pick a random winner to give those tickets away to. If somebody was looking for Limberlost, what's the easiest way to find them? Find you guys? Social media, website?
Pull up Steve's skirt.
Oh yeah,
that's a good answer.
So I was thinking, I did have a question for you guys. So
well, no, let's answer that question first. It's with
okay.
Limberlost, limberlostmusic.com. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Spotify. We're on Pandora. We're on YouTube. Limberlost on YouTube. You look up Limberlost Music on Google. Pretty sure we dominate that page. And, yeah, that's all the things. Yep, you'll find us.
Nice.
All right. So what's your question?
Well, I was just wondering, about this Dirty 30 thing. Because I got jokes. If we need jokes to get on there, how do we get on the Dirty 30?
He wants to know how dirty he has to get.
How dirty do I have to
get
be?
On it?
Pretty damn dirty.
He's pretty ready. He's ready. He's ready.
I mean, do you have an OnlyFans?
To get on, you've got to pull out the. You've got to pull out the Steveage. That's what you got to do. You got to pull out the Steveage.
I'm telling you what.
He's the one.
It's a good thing Steve's mic doesn't work, probably, because he can tell this guy. I'm telling you, you guys know that you're looking at a guy. This is the his other. You know who his other bands are, right? Or did you look that up? Steve's the bassist for Metal Church.
Okay.
And he also is the bassist for Autograph.
Nice.
So
Steve gets around. I like it.
So Steve gets around all over the world, and
he has an OnlyFans.
Steve, is your mic working now?
Definitely.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm in.
No.
Then it goes.
Defend yourself.
Everybody's going to think I'm the quiet, shy one.
By far, not the
Little do
case.
they know.
Those are the ones you got to watch. Now, I
Exactly.
see a lot of equipment behind you there, Steve. Are we currently sat in the room where a lot of magic happens?
Yeah, this is my home studio that I'm in right now. This is actually where Limberlost rehearsed for about 6 weeks, and man, I'm happy I'm not stuck in this for another 6 weeks again. I'm getting out of here and playing get live on the road. That's what I look forward to doing.
There you go.
Yeah, I spend enough time in the studio and in rehearsal rooms where I like to shine is out on the stage and out on the road, where you never know what's going to happen. Every day is a new adventure, you know.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about. Like writing the music's great, and you know, getting and building your. But there can't be any feeling than being out on that stage. That's what it's about. But going out and doing what you love.
Yep.
Yeah, about the only thing as exciting as that was probably my first three-way.
And it happened on the stage too. So.
Yeah, but he hasn't seen those guys again since though.
Oh, got him. There you go. There you go.
So
You
Hey,
just opened
hey,
up-
No
when you asked
judgment.
about how dirty, that was
There you
close.
go.
That's a little too dirty.
well, I was going to go back to that dirty 30 question. So
Yeah.
the best way to climb that chart is to get your fans to download the app and request your song inside the app.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the
There's a
best
tab.
way to climb that chart.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't make requests anywhere other than the app.
Okay.
So
So what he's saying is stop being dirty. And also, I forgot my son's watching this show. So
Oh,
Hi, Jeremy.
Well, you didn't say anything. It was only Uncle Monkey that said that thing.
that's true. That's true. He's gonna have some answering.
Semantics.
Anyway,
Be quiet.
well,
don't let
we
the puppy fool you.
appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We thank you. Can't wait to see you guys at the Sanctuary August 22nd. Like I said, keep an eye on our socials. We'll be giving away some more pairs of tickets over the next couple weeks leading up to the date. And is there anything you'd like to leave parting words with?
Well, first of all, thanks for all your guys' support. Lisa, great show tonight. We listened in. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Nice.
you. I
You know,
appreciate that.
we did.
Yeah, no, we just, we can't do what we do in today's world of this fractured music business without people like you. So, thank you very, very much.
It's also great to see some familiar names in the chat. Hello, all you folks out there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Right?
gotta put my glasses on. Do I know any of these people?
Well, Jan's out
I
there.
know.
Hi, Jan.
Yeah.
Oh, I owe that guy
Believe
money.
you me, man. The readers are the real thing.
You owe me money too, Mike.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to the one show though that kind of spurred this whole thing on, that kind of got us all going in that direction, and that is we will be headlining the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
One of the largest independent music organizations out there. If you're an artist and you haven't checked them out, I would do it. It's free. The connections are amazing. There are people all over the world. When we joined, I think there was like 300 or 400 members, and now it's over 20-some thousand worldwide. And it's going to be a pretty big. They got the big performing arts center there in Sandy Springs, I think it is, Atlanta area, and so yeah, we're excited. We were one of their first winners back in 2019, and they've been working us for
We're
Just in
years.
time for COVID. Just in time for COVID.
They've been working for years to try and get us to come down. So that was kind of what started the whole, hey, we're going south kind of thing, was let's go do that show. And then we built, everything else got built around it. So,
Yep.
But a big shout out, because I know there's a lot of performers, a lot of artists out there. And if you're an independent, there's not a lot of support that you can find. And this is a great group to find a lot of that. Anywhere from, people who work with pros all the way to, PROs and, booking agents, promoters, all over the world. So
Nice.
it's a great organization. I just had to give them a shout out because they are a great organization, and we're proud to be a part of it.
Killer.
love it.
Well, we thank you guys, and we'll see you on August 22nd.
All right.
All right.
You guys
Come
have
to
a great night.
Virginia.
Take care,
Hit
guys.
me up.